What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, I'll ask you to like and subscribe, and we're gonna get right into it. So a couple weeks ago, I did a video exploring Teimu gym equipment, and you know, their page is actually pretty easily navigatable. It's set up good. You search for what you're looking for, it comes up, you know, with a lot of good results. Amazon, on the other hand, even though, you know, when I started my fitness journey, a lot of my equipment is from Amazon. But if you're someone who's brand new, looking to get some gym equipment for your home, let's take a look to see sort of what you could find. We know how to get to the pieces of equipment that we like, but if I was just starting my home gym and was exploring Amazon, let's see, Elf on a Shelf, okay. Home gym. So if I type in home gym equipment on Amazon, let's take a look what comes up. All right, so right off the bat, and this must be because a lot of people with home gyms want to buy racks. The first thing we see, you know, are these racks and then all-in-ones, right? So it's not personally where I would start building out a piece of gym equipment, you know, a gym for my home. But we can start looking at some of these. All right, cool. So I'm gonna start here. Only reason I'm starting here is because this is actually a piece of equipment my mom was looking at. And she showed this to me and she said, hey, what do I think about this? She wanted to put something in her home, in her basement, to work out when she couldn't, you know, my mom comes to my house and works out when she wants, but you know, when she doesn't have time, she wanted to find something she could use at home. And I actually think these pieces of equipment are pretty cool. And for someone who's just like a casual lifter, or, you know, not looking to put a bunch of pieces in their basement, this is actually a pretty viable option. $549. So it's actually pretty interesting. So we keep searching through. Trending now. Let's click on this. And you know I have to click on this. The Mikolo Linear Row. Phenomenal. I love this machine. I know some people maybe take a little bit of issue with parts of it, but this is one of my favorite pieces of back equipment, regardless of how much expensive stuff I have in my gym. So definitely something that I would say if you're looking at to pick up. So. Oh, look, that's so weird. That's me. So this is definitely a cool piece of equipment. People often ask me how much it isolates the lower back from the movement. And I think the best way to put it is that it helps take fatigue out of the lower back, but it's not gonna stop you from getting hurt if you start rounding your lower back, you start jerking the weight. So it really does still depend on your form in terms of, you know, injury prevention, but it is gonna help reduce fatigue. That's gonna stop you sort of from pushing yourself harder on that piece of equipment. So that's something I would say when it comes to that. Man, a lot of racks, small dumbbells. I think this really shows you what people are looking for home gym stuff. A lot of multi-movement machines. Okay. So let's approach this a little differently. I want to look at leg extensions. All right. So right off the jump, you know, leg extensions is something that people use pretty widely in home gyms. They like to have that. I always liked having, I'm sorry, I hit my mic there, guys. I always like having a leg extension in my gym. This one here, this GMWD, I've never used it. It's gotten pretty good praises for the money, $259. I remember when I bought my first leg extension, it was that Pendulum style one, and it was way more than this. So for the money, this is definitely a pretty cool machine. Now, I think that this technology or this design is getting outdated in terms of what else you could find out there. Like here's the Ritfit, but we're talking over $400. So we're talking, you know, we're going in the $200 range to the $400 range. This one for $398, this is supposed to be a phenomenal piece of equipment. So, Coop just had a video that I watched about this, and he seemed to really like it. Take that for what you will. It seems like a decent budget version, you know, of some other pieces of equipment that are out there. You know, you can get the Lionscool, you can get the Ritfit. There's also one Let's see if the Lionscool is on here. Here we go. Here's the Lionscool. I've had this in my gym for a couple months. It's okay. It gets the job done. I think for the, when I got this, that Mikolo GMWD wasn't out. So maybe I would change my opinion if I've used that machine, but it's still a good machine for 400 bucks. There is flexing in it, so that's something to keep in mind. But, in terms of, there's one other option that I've never used, and I actually think it's cheaper on Teimu, but Kingsmith has a similar machine as well to the Ritfit and Lionscool. Now, the issue I have with this machine is that when you take a look, there's no adjustability on the roller to help with the range of motion, which is going to be a problem in my opinion compared to the other machines in terms of range of motion. It's going to be rotating, so you can't sort of lock it in a back position like you can with the GMWD. Another piece of equipment people may be looking at are chest presses. So let's type in chest press and see what we got here. The GMWD V1 is supposed to be a good machine. I've never used it, but if you're someone who doesn't feel comfortable maybe using a barbell and a rack to bench, it is a good option. It's supposed to be great for the money, under $200. I don't know how you can go wrong with something like that. I'd be hesitant to get these other brands. I don't know anything about them. And they're just so, it's difficult, right? Because you want to try out, some of these look pretty cool, but there's a reason why most of the equipment that you see is designed by the same people and built by the same people. There's a track record behind it. Like this Incline machine, I had this for a long time. I really liked this machine. It's a good piece of equipment. There are some issues, that you run into in terms of range of motion. It's just, nothing is perfect. And the thing is that, the longer these machines are out there, the better they get, the more design upgrades they get. So we're looking at, this is what, is this a V2 maybe? They don't tell you on here what it is, I can't remember. I think it was a V2. So they keep improving these pieces of equipment, but for $289, if you're looking for an Incline, it's a good piece of equipment, definitely. I can't scroll without looking at this here. Now, I want you to be careful. This is made by a different brand, so I don't know how the quality of this machine, it looks exactly like the one that I have. And I love this machine. And this has no reviews. I'd be cautious. This is the other issue you run into. There's brands who make similar pieces of equipment, but it doesn't mean the quality is the same. So take it with a grain of salt, be careful, right? Same thing with these, right? I love these pec flies. They're good for the money, but I don't know anything about this brand to tell you to buy this. Now, this machine is really cool. This is definitely a more expensive piece of gym equipment. The Gronk Fitness. So this is supposed to be like a lever edge, the movement. I've thought about buying this. I actually wish I would have bought it when the price was lower. The price went up, I believe, after tariffs. I'm still thinking about getting something like this. This is a pretty cool piece of equipment. So something I definitely would recommend to a lot of people, and I like having a belt squat in my house, but the problem is, look, you type in belt squat and literally all you get are belts, okay? You have to keep scrolling for a while. And here you get your first belt squat, $649 Mikolo belt squat. Now, I may be nitpicking, but the problem that I sort of pose with this is if you don't know what you're looking for, how do you know that you should be looking for a GMWD belt squat or a Bells of Steel belt squat or a GMWD pendulum squat? So that's, that's sort of an issue for someone starting a gym for the first time. You really have to do your research before you do anything. Now, if we jump into like EZ Curl Bars, you've seen my Teimu EZ Curl Bar video probably. There's a lot of crap out there. So I'd be cautious buying these ones that are just like bolted together. I'd probably try to stick with the brand. Like here's Ritfit has one, Lionscool, which I have, which I enjoy. I still use this all the time. It's a great bar. And then you're gonna have bars from like Syenergee, here's Mikolo. But when it comes to like a straight bar, to be honest with you, like an Olympic barbell, I don't know if I'd buy one from Amazon. I'd probably just go right to Rogue, Fringe, Syenergee, and get one of those. Just buy it from the beginning and be happy with it. That's probably gonna be my best advice. I'm happy with my Fringe Sport bar. The only the only issue I ever really had with it is that I wish the knurling was more aggressive. And that's the only reason why, you know, sometimes I think I should have gone with a Rogue. But whatever, it is what it is. So now I wish Amazon, like, let's type in bodybuilding gym equipment. If I could spell. It's still the same stuff. It's coming up with racks, right? So unless you know what you're looking for, it's gonna be tough to actually find some of this equipment. So now we have to be brand specific, GMWD equipment, right? So now we have GMWD equipment. We have the leg presses, vertical. I wouldn't get that. I just don't like vertical leg presses anymore. I had a Titan Fitness for a long time. So, see then, now I also think they're starting to move towards some of their higher end stuff not being on Amazon, because, you know, I don't recommend this bicep curl anymore. They have their new version. This one here, this cable machine, is supposed to be really cool. And I've thought about getting it, but the handles, if you put them all the way in the upper position, I don't have enough clearance in my home gym for that. Cool. I'm having major problems with my Amazon just searching through here. So here is the GMWD, the actual version that I have. I like this piece of equipment. My favorite. Now the problem is this isn't the same one that I have. It's missing supports on the sides, so I don't know why that design changed. I've seen this thing before. Not something I would buy for myself personally. Here's the Mikolo from the other day that I did the video on. Good piece of equipment. I loaded it up to see, I think I got 8 plates on it. On each side. I didn't use the weight, but I wanted to see how many plates I could get. That's just with standard cast iron plates. One other thing that I want to point. So I like having a lat pull down machine in my home gym. I pointed out this issue on the Teimu search that I did. For some reason, they changed the design on these machines. This is very similar to what I have, but they removed the weight storage on the bottom, and now it's just the pulley system. I don't like that design. Here's one with the weight storage, but I don't know who makes this machine, so I can't recommend it. The issue being, without there being weight storage on the bottom, and sometimes you need to put weight on the front, depending on the motion, the lift you're doing, if you pull at the machine, you could potentially flip it or have it tip over. So that's something I want you guys to be careful of with those type of machines. And then the last bit of equipment that we might want to take a look at is just some lat pull downs, right? So most came out with a new one. You could see that the handles are different here. That's actually pretty cool. I personally don't have a use for this because of the range of motion issues I have in my gym, but you know, it's already a heavy piece of equipment. Like, it's a heavy lat pull down, so I'm surprised they added more mass to it. It's probably heavy. I've been looking at these. I think these are really cool. They're sort of like the primes, except it has an open handle. Yeah, see, they even, let's see. They have more of an open handle design instead of a paddle. So you're gonna get better grips, I think. So I may actually buy this at some point to try this out. But I just wanted to show that to you guys for the time being. You're gonna want a rope attachment. I would recommend having a wide pull down. You're gonna want a close grip. There's so many different kinds you can get. You can get these brands if you want, designs. I have this, it's okay. For some reason, the plastic on the handles keeps spinning, which is annoying. All right, like here's a regular rope from Yes for All. So guys, I hope this was helpful. I mean, it's annoying that when there's so much stuff to search through, I wish Amazon had a better way to sort of sort all the gym equipment, you know, in your searches, so you're just not getting smacked with like racks and then just like random attachments all over the place, so you don't have to be so specific in searching for something, because I don't think that's helpful for someone that doesn't know anything about home gym equipment, right? They're just trying to start their gym. You know, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Christmas is coming up. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll talk to you in the next one.